Hello, my name is Brock Britter, and this week is my persuasive speech. The topic is on the Tioga oil spill and should the government take action. Living in North Dakota has been a very lucrative deal for many in the recent years. Job growth is on the rise and unemployment is on the decline. Things are looking good for the most part, but what about the negative side of the oil boom? Overcrowding, lack of housing, and most importantly, lack of regulation. With all the problems being presented by the recent boom, of the least addressed and potentially most dangerous is the potential for massive devastation with little to no consequences. This is obviously an important issue for all of us as it affects the state we live in and concerns not only our economic security but our health and safety as well. I will start by giving a brief overview of the situation and then move on to the government action and touch on the opposition side of the ball. To begin with, according to Prairie Business on September 29, 2013, farmer Stephen Jensen discovered oil in his wheat field. Tesoro was immediately notified of the issue. The original estimate was only 750 barrels spilled. As more information becomes available, it is discovered that the initial amount of oil spilled was vastly underestimated. Instead of only 750 barrels, it consumed 7.3 acres of land. This is one of the largest oil spills in North Dakota history. According to the records obtained by the Associated Press, pipeline spills are among some of 750 oil field incidents that have occurred since January 2012 without public notification. Tesoro had inspected the pipeline 2 weeks prior to the spill. The results of the initial inspection had not yet been received when the spill occurred. The pipeline was reported being 20 years old. The hole was revealed to be a quarter of an inch in size. Throughout the night, local and state officials are notified of the incident. The public is not notified until October 10th. Next, Tesoro is trying to be proactive. Once extracted, a portion of the pipeline will be sent to an independent lab for analysis, stated a spokeswoman from Tesoro, Megan Orlando. This is according to the report from FoxNews.com. According to the article by the Las Vegas Review, officials claim no water has been contaminated or wildlife hurt, but environmentalists are not so sure and claim it's yet another example of a boom industry operating too cozily within state regulations. In the same article, a representative of the state, Dennis Fulis, stated that we are now looking into what would be a threshold for reporting to the public. The state also is mulling a better system to track spills in-house from their origins to cleanup status. Such a system would be valuable for the public. Farmers rely on land for their livelihood, so information on spills that would threaten land and water supplies is very important. There are some legislative issues that have now arisen as a result of this spill. North Dakota has no laws regulating a time frame for companies to report these potentially dangerous situations to the public. The North Dakota Health Department has stated that while companies must notify the state of any spills, the public doesn't have to be informed. They also stated that it's not unusual in major oil producing states for incidents like this to occur and the public not to be notified. In the last legislative session, the state Senate voted down 86 to 4 House Bill 1347, which would have required flow meters and cutoff valves for oil and gas pipelines. This would have been a key piece of legislation in preventing these types of issues from occurring. Current legislation regarding regulation and reporting are lacking. The state needs to be more proactive in preventing the accidents and setting rules regarding cleanup and reporting of spills. Today I've reviewed many of the issues that surround the oil spill in North Dakota. As I have already stated, this will probably not be the last incident in North Dakota. With increased activity in the Bakken the likelihood of another incident is not a matter of if, but when. As citizens of these communities affected, as well as voters of the state, we need to heed the warnings. We need to stay informed, voice our concerns, make informed decisions and choices, and communicate those with our local leaders to help shape the way we want our state to be run. For many months now, we have been an example to the rest of the country. We need to get out in front of the oil issue and be proactive. We must continue to handle our affairs in a responsible manner and set the example that everyone needs to be accountable for their actions.